Differentiation and distinctiveness, the double Ds. Now, what does that mean? Well, stick with me and I'll explain in a little bit more detail. And stick around to the end and we've got a unique giveaway opportunity, a very differentiated and distinctive product. Recently, I've been doing a mini MBA, provided all the information by the marvellous potty mouth Mark Ritson. He's an absolute legend when it comes to marketing, and it's fair to say I'm really enjoying the process. And one of the things that he's been explaining about is the importance of the double D theory. Now, the first D, distinctiveness. Now, what does that mean? Now, this is all about your brand elements, all the things that relate to your brand, the logo, the font that you use, the colours that you use in your palette. All of those things are what make you distinct. Now, obviously, you can use these to make yourself stand out in the marketplace. You can choose a unique colour, you can choose unique kind of styling. So if I ask you to think of Coca-Cola, you will automatically think of red, and you'll automatically think of a very scripty white font. And that is the distinctiveness of that brand. It's managed to create something that's unique and recognisable throughout the world. So if we think about distinctiveness, it's all of those elements that you build into your brand, your logo, your tone of voice, your styling. Those things make you distinct. And that's why when I mention Coca-Cola, you instantly know, you think of red and you think of a white font that's scripted in, and there are plenty of those kinds of brands that have very distinct styles and visual identity. So if you think about, if I think about our company Nexus, we use stripes in a lot of the stuff that we do, which, it's no surprise that I'm wearing stripes today, and you'll see stripes in a number of the previous videos if you've been watching up to now. So those are things that make us distinct, that we use and we kind of build into our brand. How does that differ from differentiation? It's what separates you from the rest of the marketplace. Now, I've got a real life, two real life scenarios there I'm going to talk through for you. So this last week I've been to see a potential new customer. Now, they are in quite a crowded marketplace. They provide guns, air pressure guns that clean up the food conveyor belts in food manufacturing sites. Now, it turns out that the gun at the end of the compressed air unit is not particularly unique. There are literally 10, 20 different kinds of brands in that sector. Now, there's two kind of layers to it. There's the layer which is polymer based, it's plastic based, and is relatively cheap and easy to purchase. Then you've got the next layer up, which is a metal version. Now the reason for that metal version is, as you'd imagine, in food preparation, food manufacture, if a part of that that air gun is lost within the manufacturing process, it could turn up in people's food and contaminate food and could cause lots of different problems. So you have the option to spend a lot more money and buy a metal version, which is obviously detectable. Now, this potential client, they've developed a wonderful product, which is a polymer-based air gun, but it's also 100% detectable through metal detectors. And at a much lower price point than the fully metal version of it. So the differentiation is there. They've got a unique item that at the price point they're placing it is unique and different from everything in the range. So that is what differentiation is. Finding something that separates you from the other competitors. Now they're in a lucky situation to have that in their range, and now to be able to pitch and win the loads of business that would have all spent more money and gone for a more expensive version at a much lower cost. There is obviously lots of different problems with that. People don't realise that it exists as a product, so that's going to take part of their marketing, is to sort of make people aware that it exists as a product. So the second example that I want to give you is a client that we've been working with for a while now. They produce these products here. Now this is a plant-based alternative to butter. Now it's unique, it differentiates itself from the marketplace. I'll bring the other samples in here. So as you can see, it's not in a container that you'd expect to find butter in. It's in something that separates itself, differentiates itself from the butter aisle. It doesn't fit in the dairy aisle in a supermarket because, you know, the packaging is different. It also can't go in a cooler setting because it will solidify. It's like an oil. So you think, does it need to go in with the oils? Well, in the oil aisle, well, yes, it probably should go there, but it's non-oil, it's a butter. So it's completely differentiated itself from the rest of the market. If you think butter, you think of a container. You think oil, you think of a tall glass jar, which doesn't look like that. And that is what makes this differentiate itself from the rest of the marketplace. Now there are some other elements that kind of build into the brand. You know, it's suitable for vegans, it's plant-based, it's, you know, all of those great things that we've kind of looped into it. Now, to get this information to the marketplace, we've created a very distinct style. Now, we inherited the branding on this. I won't own up to kind of generating that element, but all the marketing material that we've done since then has been very distinct. It has a style to it. It's got something that you recognise across all of the branding that all the marketing material that we create. Very distinct. Now, we've got a video that we're going to show in a moment. Now, that is very distinct in style as well. We've leaned into the comedy aspect. We've leaned into something, you know, it's got quite a lively character from the brand element, so we wanted to kind of reflect that in the storytelling that we were creating to share and explain the messaging. The messaging being, what does it do? We don't understand. It's like butter, but it's like oil. You know, where does it fit in the marketplace? We lent into the thing that made it distinct, and we've highlighted the same question that most people will have on their mind when they pick it up and use it. How do they do it? How do we use it? What do we use it for? How do we bake with it? How do we cook with it? Those kind of questions, the things that make it distinct. So we're going to show the video now.
This is Bettur. Not better like that, but better as in Bettur, a plant-based dairy-free butter alternative. It's like butter, but better. Fact. Still got questions? Okay. So, what is it? It's a plant-based butter alternative for roasting, frying and baking. Fact. It's made with lovely old rapeseed oil, and it comes in 4 flavours: basil, onion, garlic and a mystery flavour. Not a mystery to me, but a mystery to you. I promise. We'll get back to that later. Anyway, why Bettur? In a culinary cosmos where flavoured oils reign supreme, taste buds everywhere are being deprived of the buttery flavour they crave in home cooking. An alliance of rapeseed oil and scrummy natural flavours seek to liberate those tasty buds everywhere, to bring a blend of delectable character to your dishes, whether it's frying, roasting or baking. Not now. It's like butter, but better.
So who wouldn't want to be part of the experimental stage and the development stage of a product that will no doubt end up on the supermarket shelf near you? So do buy some through the website and use it, and let us know how you're using it so we can, you know, shape the way that people use this product in the future. We're also going to give away 5 bottles to the first 5 people who comment below saying better than butter. So in summary, you've got to develop your product or services to differentiate itself from the competition. And then you've got to develop a very distinct way, a language that then shares that with the audience. So if we think about the butter example, it's distinct. It doesn't work like anything else in the marketplace. And it looks different from everything in the marketplace and is distinct. So using the double D approach will make a hell of a difference to how your marketing works. And I'd like to say a special thank you to the marvellous Mark Ritson, who has shared this information with me this week, a wonderful teacher. If you want to find out more about marketing, please sign up to the mini MBA by Mark Ritson. Wonderful, fantastic experience that I'm going through at the moment. So if you've enjoyed this episode this week, then please do hit subscribe and hit the little bell so you get a notification, you never miss an episode. If you have any comments, please put them below, and if you want us to talk about a particular subject in the future, then put them in the comments. We'll see what we can do. Thank you. So if you want to know about tension in marketing, then please watch this video.